Right, we're getting right into it. This is the second take of this. Normally I do these first takes, but people that I used to go to school with came out of the gym and I ain't letting them see I'm recording myself in the car by myself with the engine off. So, Friday, 17th of July, 2026, obviously, we hit shoulders and arms. Now, I changed it up a little bit. I swapped a tricep exercise that I've been doing for the past couple lifts. Reason for it is that there's two heads to the tricep, from what I know, and I was hitting the one head twice. So, well, I knew that full well, but I just wanted to do it. So I changed it up. Instead of doing D-handle cable tries as well as easy bar tries, I was getting kind of sick of D-handle tries. It just wasn't good for the joints. I saw someone do it on TikTok and I thought, you know what, I'll give that a go. And it felt all right at the start, but then as soon as I started to add weight to it, it just started to hurt my elbow. I had to think about what that part of the body's called. It's the elbow. So it started to hurt my elbow a little bit. So yeah, I've changed it to easy bar overhead tries because obviously that will hit the other head of the tricep if I have that right. So, and they both use the easy bar, so I've not got to faff around with changing all the stuff on the cable. You know, I just lift the bit further. Well, no, I hit it at the top of the cable anyway, so I don't even have to move it. I just have to change the weight. I don't even have to do that. I'm lifting. Okay, ignore all that. I don't have to change anything when I go from easy bar tries to easy overhead tries because I do the exact same weight, the same thingy bob attachment. That's what it's called. So yeah, that just works out easier. An easy bar. That was shit. Anyway, so that's what I did for triceps. But in between those two exercises, I decided to hit lateral raises as well because that's something that I either hit last or in between triceps and biceps. And I thought that, you know, changing up what I work out will probably be beneficial. I'm pretty sure for this whole log thing, as long as I've been going to this gym, since I took the break, I was hitting triceps first. Then I either chose to do my shoulders or my biceps, but it was always triceps first. And yeah, I might switch up next time. I might do biceps next time. But I mean, the only reason I leave biceps till last is because the dumbbells and the preach curl machine are at two complete opposite ends of the gym, so it's just easier to hit what is on the cables first while I have a cable machine, and then just hit the rest after and just walk about. So yeah, so I did cable lateral raises in between the triceps, and then I did dumbbell curls and preach curls, same as I did last Sharm exercise. Shoulders and arms. I sound like an idiot. Shoulders and exercise. Whoa, shoulders and exercise. Shoulders and arms. I'm getting ahead of myself there. Yeah, not a bad lift. A little bit of a later lift. I arrived at the gym at, what, 10:30? And I've left at 11:10. So, not a bad lift at all. I really like doing 2 exercises per muscle group and then doing 3 sets till failure, not including the warm-up sets, because it's just so much quicker and it's just easier. I mean, I know me in the future, I'll start doing 2 sets till failure with 3 exercises and I'll change it up. But for right now, you know, it's good because obviously the workouts are the last thing I do in the day, and with work, if it's a weekday, you know, it's just a lot easier. It just gets me home that little bit quicker. But yeah, that was the day. In terms of the weight I was doing, I did say easy overhead tries are the same weight and everything as the easy bar push downs, but in terms of everything, there was something I wanted to say. The cable lateral raise. So I did the same thing as I did last time, where I warmed up with 5 kilos and I got 10 reps out of that. And then oh my fucking god, I did 3 sets till failure, started with 7.5 kilos, and I got 4 reps out of that. So I thought, well, not doing that again. So then I dropped it back to 5 kilo, and then did 6 reps and then 5 reps for the set after that. Whereas last time I did, well, I didn't even count what I did for the warm-up because I feel like that was endless. And then 7.5 kilo, 4 reps. Okay, so for the 5 kilo failure sets, I just did 1 rep less than last time for each of those, for the second set and the third set. So, yeah, not too much I can say about that, other than maybe it's fatigue a little bit, but, you know, it felt good nevertheless, and I'm not letting a failure set drop below 5 reps. That's all I can say really for this. A bit of an update with what we had for tea the last 2 nights, including tonight. Last night, I had a Domino's. It's that time of the week where, okay, something gurgled in my stomach, or in my system, and I don't know whether it was my stomach or my intestines. So I'm either hungry or I need a shit. It's probably the shit. Anyway, I had a Domino's last night. Kept it in my calories. I was working from home that day, and I was locked in on work. So I did not eat throughout the day until a really late lunch at like 2 p.m. Oh my fucking god, what's happening today? I usually take my lunch at around 12 or 1, but I did take it at 2, just that little bit later. And I just had a pot noodle, one of those little green ones, and that kept me going until 8 p.m. and I was just playing GTA 5, just a little bit of GTA 5, a little bit of just watching some YouTube. I was just relaxing until 8 p.m. And because it's so bright outside in the summer, I still thought it was like 6. So I checked my time, it was 8 o'clock. I was like, shit, I need some food before the gym. I'm not working out in a deficit on 400 calories. So I went downstairs, looked around in the freezer, the fridge, everything for some food. And it's that time of the week where we need a food shop. So there wasn't much in. And now that me and my dad are dieting, and we're the 2 snacky bastards in the house, there aren't any snacks or anything that you can just eat quickly in the house. Because in that situation, I wouldn't have snacked on, you know, like a Kit Kat or something. I wouldn't have done chocolate or crisps or anything like that. It would be a relatively healthy meal. But at that point, I would say, as long as I'm getting the calories in and maybe the protein with a protein bar or a protein shake, as long as I get the calories in and the carbs for the lift and within the calorie range, I think because I neglected the dinner at the time, it was acceptable to just quickly eat something. So I just looked around, kitchen, there's nothing. So I then made the conscious decision to get a pizza. But I chose Domino's because that's the only one around me that you can actually see the calories on. So I just got the smallest pizza, pepperoni pizza, smallest one, and I think it was around 1,100 calories. And that's all I ate. And after the gym, that put me on the toilet. And it also put me on the toilet this morning. So, yeah, shat it all out. That's a lovely thought. But even though I had a Domino's yesterday, it was still, the day was around 1,600 calories. So I'm still well in the deficit. Obviously not the healthiest meal, but what can you do? And then that comes into today. It was my mum and dad's anniversary, got in from work, everyone was already home, and they said, it's our anniversary, we're getting a takeaway. So everyone wanted, I was about to say the pizza place name, but it's not really a pizza place, it's like an in-between, but whatever. So everyone got like a pizza or a kebab or whatnot, and I got a chicken shish. I've never had it, but it's what my dad gets when he's dieting, and everyone gets a takeaway. And at this point, it's the day after, and we still haven't had a food shop. We're doing it tomorrow, so we can, you know, get some proper food, some chicken, some cod, some salmon, all that good stuff. But yeah, so I had a chicken shish, but just all the chicken, and it was a shit ton of chicken. I don't know what the hell they're cooking it. They don't specify calories, no nothing. But what I had for lunch was just Greek yogurt and a serving size of honey, which is about 300 calories. I think it's 350. I don't know. It's nowhere near 400, but it's like 300, 350 calories. So yeah, I just had a chicken shish with just the chicken. So yeah, whatever they cook it in, they're going to cook it really not healthily, I don't think, but it looked grilled, just with seasonings and shit on it, but it was banging. It was at least 400 grams of chicken there. It was a hell of a lot, and I was stuffed. So, well, no, stuff's the wrong word. More like satisfied. But I had a fucking great lift today. The pump's great. So whatever the hell they put in that chicken, I'm all here for it. I want to know the secret formula, the Krabby Patty secret formula. So yeah, that's what I've had. I can feel my intestines getting angry. So I'm going to go back on the toilet. I don't know what's up with me. Since I took the laxatives, I've just been fucked. But I think that's the method. I think that's what I'm going to keep doing, is just take laxatives. It's putting me on the toilet all the time, and it's horrible for my bowel system. Can you hear the seagulls chatting shit? Bloody hell. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not eating so much in the day that having something like a takeaway or Domino's or whatnot will kill me, but obviously I've said before that we're keeping this real, and if something like that gets eaten, I'll say something, but nothing is being eaten out of binge, out of, I'm going to say, habit. No snacks are being eaten, nothing like that. It was I would say that Domino's was a proper takeaway, which I haven't had in 6 weeks. So that is a brilliant thing for me, because I used to have 2 to 3 takeaways a week, because I was a fat bastard. So yeah, 1 in 6 weeks ain't that bad, and it's still within the calorie range. I chose the healthier option. So well, healthier option, let's be honest. But it could have been a lot worse. It was nowhere near what I would have bought anyway. So, but we're still on track. I'm gonna make that known. There's no feeling of wanting snacks or anything like that. You know, we're still locked. We're still locked the fuck in. We've got a weigh-in on Tuesday. I'm gonna take laxatives on the Monday. What is it? No, I'm not actually. Tomorrow's Saturday, chest and back. Sorry, I just got a DM from a mate of mine who's named himself Iran on Instagram. Lovely. Anyway, we're not even going to go there, because I know nothing about it. God, that just destroyed my train of thought. What the fuck was I talking about? Saturday, chest and back. Sunday's rest day. I'm taking laxatives tomorrow after chest and back. And Sunday, shit my guts out. Monday, working from home. So we'll just resume like normal. And that is arms again. So I'll see you tomorrow for chest and back. I'm going to go home and chill. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.